Aesthetics exist long before they're contextualized. Design choices and trends can be modern and inform the time where they originate, and then years later they get revisited and take on new meanings and be applied in new ways. We've seen this a lot over the last 15 years or so, thanks to the internet. Aesthetics getting revisited, reevaluated, and even resurrected. Arguably the most popular internet aesthetic is Frutiger Aero, which was popular in the mid-2000s through the early 2010s. Named after typographer Adrian Frutiger, who designed many of the typefaces associated with the aesthetic and the Windows Aero design language used in Windows Vista and Windows 7. But it wasn't until 2017 that the aesthetic was actually contextualized by Sophie Sheehan and has since re-emerged. And today on the Videocast, we are going to be looking at why, what this aesthetic says, who it speaks to, some examples, nostalgia, and how it informs memories. As always, I'm your host Brian, and this video is made possible thanks to our patrons over at patreon.com/picsandportraits. $5 gets you access to years worth of exclusive videos, as well as digital copies of my book, The Nostalgia Economy, which is all about collecting and the cost of memories. We also have physical copies, t-shirts, like, comment, share, hype. It all helps keep the videos coming, so please consider supporting us any way that you can. Now I'd like to start by addressing Gen Z. Frutiger Aero strongly resonates with this generation. It was their childhood, the period most people feel the strongest nostalgia for, and its resurgence came at an age for them when you start looking back, start feeling a little old. I'm a millennial, LOL, and I was feeling this way when Frutiger Aero was current, so I know how you feel. I was a kid during the dawn of the information age. You were born into it. Your entire life has been online. Baby photos, every awkward moment or stupid thing you said or did, reacted to, shared, memed, you've always been connected. The amount of information we all process on a day-to-day basis is staggering. You were raised on this. Algorithms feeding you information, images, video, the illusion of choice. You saw them, whether you wanted to or whether you should have, you saw. You've had to curate your identity and manage it like a brand. Everyone saw every scene you tried out and phase you went through. Coming of age, navigating some of the most sophisticated disinformation campaigns ever conceived, a huge part of your development getting derailed due to a global pandemic. Yes, every generation has their struggles, and we've all had to deal with this, but to experience it as a child or adolescent, that really sucks. I highlight these things because A, I feel for you. Empathy is not a bad thing, no matter how much money or power there is in trying to convince you otherwise. And B, this is the reality, present, future, that Frutiger Aero is being remembered from. There is a warmth or calmness to the aesthetic, a sense of wonder tied to technology. We talked about the Y2K aesthetic last week, and this, Frutiger Aero, is very much a continuation of that. As we said there, aesthetics can represent ideas and feelings, and both share futurism as a theme. Y2K's approach was rooted in the tech itself, where Frutiger Aero channels how we interact and communicate with technology. Nature is also a huge theme: synthetic nature, digital nature, computer-generated natural scenes, fish, water, blue skies, green grassy fields. These are repeated motifs. Think Bliss, the default wallpaper for Windows XP. Again, operating systems and their design heavily informed Frutiger Aero. The color palette, green and blue, white, yellow. Other visual characteristics, glossy, blobs, transparent and clean, rays of light, auroras. Because its use ranged from 2005-ish to around 2013, it encompasses quite a bit of material. 7th gen video game consoles and their marketing employed the aesthetic pretty heavily. Anything to do with the Wii Shop, white and blue, the Xbox 360, there's your greens and whites, digital storefronts, other user interfaces, again, how we interact with technology. There were major leaps and advancements in technology during this time, and we got a bunch of new devices, cell phones, smartphones, touchscreens, social media, what's on your mind, togetherness, and connectivity. Technology was inviting you in. Skeuomorphism is a highlight of the aesthetic, digitally replicating something you recognize to help you understand how the technology works, guiding you, holding your hand. Technology used to be warmer. Returning to that idea of warmth and why it resonates with people, even outside of nostalgia and being reminded of their childhood, technology just isn't warm anymore. In its design, both aesthetically and how it functions, AI and chatbots try to create the illusion of friendliness, but just come off as cold and distant. It's not just you kids, that sense of wonder is gone. The novelty's worn off, and because of the fleeting or transitional nature of systems, updates, obsolescence, it's hard to get back. You can revisit a movie or play a game, but it's not easy or always possible to use an old operating system or browse older websites or websites as they used to appear and function. So much has been lost. We talked about that in our video on data hoarding, and I think that explains a big part of why Frutiger Aero resonates so strongly. It reminds people of something they will never get back. More than their own innocence, it harkens back to a time when technology was seemingly more innocent, when it was there to help you, when it was promising you a better world. You can listen to music, play games, watch videos, but much of what informed this aesthetic and people's memories of this time is simply gone. Anyway, that's it for today. Let me know what you think. What memories do you have of this time? Does this aesthetic resonate with you? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, share, and again, if you have the means, please consider supporting us on Patreon. Read the Nostalgia Economy. As always, thank you so much for your interest in this channel, and thanks for watching. See you in the future.